Alright, so what's up, guys? We drove all night. We're somewhere in
Ricky drove all night.
Ricky drove the whole way.
Not the whole way. A lot of the way.
We are in Illinois. We just met up with some of the HP Tuner guys. Had some lunch, and I mean, what are we gonna do the rest of the day?
Well, we're gonna go visit HP Tuners because although we've been using their products for 20 years, dang near, and they're involved in our motorsports program, we've never been to their facility, their headquarters. So today we're gonna go check out their headquarters and see. I heard it's a brand new place. They just moved here within the last year, and supposedly it's pretty impressive. So we're gonna come check it out and see where all the magic happens at HP Tuners. We're following this 3500 here that says HP Tuners literally all over it, so you can't miss it.
Well, first we're going to go to Dyno Day or something, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, we're going.
Yeah,
that's right. That's wrong. We're not going to HP Tuners. We're going to Black. We're going somewhere, and it has to do with something black. And they're having a Dyno Day type thing. Maybe they're doing some. I think they're using this shop's dyno to do some development stuff, and so they wanted us to come check it out. So we're just kind of in Chicago for the day. We're a little bit early for filming, and we came to hang out with a couple of our friends that we met from HP Tuners. That's kind of what we're doing today. Got to be down for some filming stuff tonight on the street that we're racing on, so we're killing time this afternoon.
Oh yeah, just a little tour, and then they said that they were going to tune some
Mercedes.
yeah, some AMG stuff.
Yeah,
So yeah, that'll be pretty cool.
yeah, which
All-wheel
I don't
drive.
know anything about. Hey, I think it's Black Dog.
Black dog.
Black
Dog Speed Shop.
Can I pet that dog?
Black Dog.
Need Dax here.
Where's Dax at? Man, well, you need to get it out and just put that in there.
Yeah, it's the Black Dog
We're
Speed
going
Shop.
for it.
I guess the old speed shop.
Man,
This
let's
whole
get the fishing
building is a
pole
speed
out.
shop.
Yeah, you think they'll let us fish?
We're about to find out.
I bet there's probably no
No,
fish.
there's no fishing allowed.
Yeah,
Damn it.
that's what I was going off of.
Damn.
Convertible.
Yeah, that's cool. Z01, Gen 5 Z01. Oh, look at Cyclone. Or Typhoon. I always get them confused.
Typhoon.
That's
Cyclone, I was
Cyclone.
right.
Typhoon's the Blazer.
IROC, I know.
Man, look
but
at Kai Kelly.
Bobby
with this.
is guaranteed just foaming at the mouth about that.
About the
there-
IROC?
Hey, there's only one person I can say would really be foaming
yeah.
at the mouth, and that's our buddy Dennis from
Back at it again.
DMC.
I guess we're backing out of
He
here.
had about like 3
No
of
parking
those.
between signs. Do you think they mean that?
Well, they can try to tow us.
They might let us slide.
They can try to tow us.
Alright, so yeah, I don't even know if we'll be able to film this, but we'll catch up here in a minute.
Well, where's the road that you guys are using?
I don't know from the outskirts of Chicago. I'm not from here, so I don't know.
Last time they used Joliet way back, they literally used the road between Grizzly City Speedway and
I guess it's somewhere where they normally race on or whatever.
yeah.
And apparently Discovery has went in and permitted the road.
Sure.
Block it off.
Yeah,
Well,
they're looking for it for a while.
there's people that are a lot of the guys are on the stove because they're testing for a cool really cool road. I guess Discovery is telling them that it's a 405. Somehow I got drug in the middle. I had no idea how I got drug in the middle.
Just tell them to shut up.
I've never met him, so I don't know. And I don't do all the stuff, so I stay away from that. You know? But I've seen him. Awesome.
Welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
He's the worst.
And I'm sure he will, and I think he's going to hurt him for days. So I think for whatever reason, he's going to hurt him for days. So he's going to try to race days.
That's what Mike Reese is like. That dude makes all Wisconsin look bad.
Yeah, right.
Chicago guys, for Wisconsin guys, like not enough cars from here. Cars in the trailers right now?
My car's a trailer. Okay. Yeah, I want to see that. Which one? Out is that YouTube, what it's done for me is people don't get it just is what it is. You don't do it on purpose, but they don't get the real you on TV. And so, but on YouTube, we're just doing our thing. We're just doing what we're doing. So I've seen a whole bunch of comments, people going, "Oh man, you're different than you are." I'm not different. It's just what you see. We don't
It's so edited with so many layers and everything like that.
YouTube's great because it's long form and it rewards you being personal. Your personality, authentic, organic. That's the best
I
part.
think that's been pretty good for me as far as all that stuff goes. Just let people see what we actually do.
Yeah.
And I don't, I've never been. I had to kind of get into this, get to the stage where I guess you could say I'm a private person before we started. I didn't go put all my info out there for anything, you know. But you don't have a choice when you're on something like $3 like Discovery. You know? And so then I just figured out like, hey, that's what the people want, you know. So that's kind of what we're doing with YouTube. So
One thing you'll know, like, I can kind of pick when I get recognized. Going to a car show,
right.
I've seen your videos, want to take a picture. You're probably to the point where you go to like the grocery store to get it.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
It's hit and miss. So like you'll go to like your hometown grocery store and you think, man, a lot of people are gonna bug it, and nobody
knows. Yeah.
And you go somewhere like in the middle of Chicago, you go to a restaurant somewhere, and then 7 people want to order.
Yeah.
It's very hit and miss. It's really weird.
It's a cool experience.
Yeah,
though.
no, it is. I wouldn't trade. Listen, the life that we lived for the last 7 or 8 years, I wouldn't trade it. You know, I've got to meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, I do wish that people understood that we're all still. It doesn't matter TV or whatever. And this goes back to what you and I were just talking about. We're all still street racers. I mean, you know, we'll all. That's just what started us doing this stuff. You know, and so a lot of people think that we won't, that we don't, or we won't, or we're not the same, or whatever because of TV. That's just not that's
Still the same guys on the course.
It's still the same guys. We just now are in the public eye. That's the difference.
I want to see the trailer. You guys like to see the trailer?
Absolutely, yeah. Come on.
Yeah, nice to meet you, dude. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Shit's on temp tags. That's definitely brand new. Oh, that's sick. It's like 33% tire on each side.
I can't fathom how much tire was there.
Welcome to, like, you guys want to go into the door hobby, I'll open the door and you guys can go check out the front of it. I do not care if somebody wants to go look inside of it. You're welcome to go walk down the middle of that. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Whatever y'all want to do.
So is the entire body fiberglass?
No, hell no.
Steel roof, steel
It's
quarter.
steel roof, steel quarter, bro. Yeah.
Stock car.
No, it's an original SS car.
Okay.
It's from 2010.
I got carbon roof in stock for this thing.
Yeah, I know, but if I put a carbon roof on it, I get
I got a lot of
slaughtered.
carbon.
Yeah,
Yeah, we used to make Gen 5, Gen 6 carbon for the race cars. So we could just
So
take
start
it
off
out
as
to
an
dinner
actual
and
street
then
car,
off.
2010.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a real 2010 car.
Yeah.
Then it's got a VIN number and everything still.
Yeah.
And then it got turned into an Outlaw 10.5 car back in 2012, basically.
Oh, okay.
And I bought it from the guy who built it originally, okay, which it's totally redone now, but I bought it originally in 2014 from the guy who built it for 10.5.
Yep.
A guy by the name of Joe Copson. And then we got it and we kind of looked at it and we're like, hey, this is a perfect platform. It fits a big tire, it fits a little tire, I think it's good. But the motor was really, so as you watch my video, the motor was really far forward.
Sure.
And
As
so
it should be for 10.5,
as it should be for 10.5. And then the turbos were in front of the motor. So all the weight back to front percentage was really heavy on the front. So keep the front end down. Not great for street racing. So like when we first took this car out, we struggled like right away with it
You
because
just adding weight to it.
we kept trying to pile weight in the back to try to get the weight percentages more even, and it just didn't work out. You know, so we ended up having to move stuff. So we tried it for 6 months, and we got it to go okay. And like I went to number 1 on the list. I don't even know how I did it, to be honest. I shouldn't have done it in this car. And then we knew as soon as I got the opportunity, I wanted to move the turbos back. So we at least took those 110, 120 pounds of turbos and moved them to the back of the firewall, which fixed a lot of the weight, front to back weight percentage.
Gotcha.
So that was the first stage. We ran the car like that for all the way up until last year. And then I told myself, hey, when I get the opportunity, I want to cut this thing up and move the motor back in the car. And so we did that. That's what we did this last winter. And so now it's got a Pro Charger and a Hemi, and sold the 481s to Chuck, and he's running those in his Mustang.
Okay.
And I mean, I love the combination so far. It's been,
What does this weigh?
2750, 2755, somewhere around there with me in it.
That's disturbing. Like,
It was all year in No Prep Kings and all year on the street for the last couple seasons. It's been around 3050.
So there's a rule, weight rule for NPK.
Well, there's a weight rule for NPK, and the better we would do, the more weight we would do. And so they literally took that twin turbo combo, and enough people were complaining about it or whatever, and they would go, okay, well, if you're running these turbos, you got 50 pounds, and okay, if you're running this tire, you got 25, and if you got this many cubic inches, you get 100. So we were trying to race at 3,100 pounds, and it was kind of like, And I don't know that they were doing it to me necessarily, but we were winning with that combination. But every time we turn around, there would be a crutch there, you know. And so we got to where the crutch was here, and here's this other combo down here. It's 400 pounds lighter, so it was a no-brainer. We said, okay, if that's what you guys are gonna do that combo, we're gonna go to the lighter combo and see if we can make it work. Sure. And I by no means was the first person to try a Hemi Pro Charge deal, you know. Megalodon and Axeman and Scott Taylor and all those guys had it. So this is, of course, a little bit different stuff, and I intend not to do nothing but don't factor in.
No, you can. So you guys haven't been to the office at all yet?
No.
So have you ever been to our old building? You've never seen any?
Never. I have not got to visit any.
So you got to point out the old one, which is where we were.
Yeah.
This small office with a warehouse. That's where we were when I joined.
Yeah.
And within about a year, we've been working on this new building, 2-story, completely refinished.
Yeah.
Exterior looks epic. Massive warehouse, and we're already starting like outroads.
Yeah.
So we've got our big trailer in there right now, the big one that's right after we take power up power tour and stuff. So.
That's awesome.
And that old building was supposed to be just kind of like warehouse space and storage, and that's now being.
Oh yeah, we're still
revamped into
expanding.
office
So.
space.
Oh yeah, that's good news.
More office and
Expansion and growth is where it's at.
Absolutely.
You know,
Excited to meet him, man.
it's true fans of the show, man. That's like what makes the world go round.
It's pretty cool.
I know some people think that we all do that because of like it's a ego trip for us, and some guys probably did. That probably is how some guys are.
Man.
But I just know that if we don't have those guys, like we ain't got nothing. The world don't go round. It would, not for us, it don't. So every one of those guys that want to strap on cameras or come give my autograph or want to talk about Chuck or Sean or Chief or whatever, we can't do without those guys. You can eat off. You guys would totally have that place all screwed
fucked up.
Yeah.
That place fucked up in a week.
Yeah, that was like way too nice. I walked in here, I was like, well, Ricky and Javi would have this place turned
We'd
up
have that
right
bitch spotless. No.
spotless. You can eat off the floor.
You know what's fucked up? Is if Ryan had that shop, he'd have that motherfucker full with all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
His shit, customer shit.
Shit.
Yeah, and you guys would be complaining that you don't have enough stuff. I ain't got nowhere to work around here.
No, hey,
no
but
nice stuff.
I
The
tell you
lifts are
what.
not nice.
I'll tell you what. There'd still only be one toolbox in there and be Ryan's.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and there wouldn't be a tool one in it because it'd be scattered everywhere.
Y'all are gonna be looking, just staring at each other when I take my box out. You guys gonna look, Javi, what do I do?
Yeah.
He's gonna be looking at me like, hey man, why ain't y'all working on shit? I'm gonna be like, hey man, I ain't got nothing.
I'm gonna take you guys to the Snap-on truck and introduce you to financing.
Be like, man, I ain't got credit, man. My credit ain't good.
Yeah. I'll co-sign for y'all.
Oh, you wanted to do that? I was gonna say, you want to do that?
What that would mean is I would end up buying another set of tools. Shop.
Rick could be dragging the toolbox out of one of the race trailers.
Yeah.
I need
AC.
any version of that.
We might have an AC in the shop someday.
That
Maybe.
place have AC?
Hell yeah!
Are you sure?
I'm pretty
Positive.
sure.
Did you not feel it?
Dude,
I think it was just shaded.
Nah.
It's hot as balls outside.
It was just shaded well.
They had the AC on.
Yeah, them got spoiled.
I know. That's what I told Javi. I was like, one of these days, maybe we might have that.
Ricky
Today
was
y'all
like,
bring
we're
your
gonna
own
fill up
tools in.
now.
I'll buy you guys some AC.
The day we start bringing it.
Yeah, then you guys start bringing your own tools in. I'll start buying AC.
Javi, we'll go hard freight tomorrow.
Nah, I got my own toolbox, dog. Ryan just don't like my. Ryan just doesn't like my
full.
metric tools.
If you got your own toolbox and you can work out of it, I wish you'd stay out of mine.
I'm not allowed to use metric tools on the race car.
Yeah, well, that's because nothing is metric on the whole race car.
Oh.
What?
I bet.
What? What is
I
metric?
would bet. I bet there's something metric.
Well,
on
what is it? Tell
I
me,
don't know.
'cause I don't know.
I bet there's one bolt or something on there metric, guaranteed. It's got a 13 or 12 something.
I mean, it's got a 1/2 that you use a 13 wrench on. I'm sure.
9/16 you use 14 millimeter on.
Yeah, 9/16 that you used 14 millimeter on.
It's got an 11 that I use a 7/6
Yeah,
but
yeah. There you go. So in your
Job done.
eyes, it probably does have metric. It does. There is
Getting the
metric
job
stuff on it.
done.
I know. That's when I knew. I was like, when I was doing Javi's interview when he first started, he was like, "Yeah, I need to work on all your race cars, and I have all the metric tools you could ever ask for." I was like, "Huh? This guy's not. He don't know what's going on. He don't know what's up with all these metric tools."
Never. My job interview never stayed.
I said,
We
"Did you
work
come
on
from
race
like
cars.
Did you come from like a Honda dealership or like what's the deal?"
I came from working on Ryan's rebuilders that were all brand new cars that everything's metric on.
Yeah, Huff. Tell everybody how you started.
How did I start?
Yeah, tell everybody how you started. And what
Ryan,
year-
like
what year
you gotta think
it
about
was.
think of a car wreck, like the most horrible car wreck you ever seen.
like,
You see the car afterwards, Ryan would be like, I'm buying that. And then I'm bringing it to you fixed.
It was not that bad.
There was a handful. There was
some cream puffs, but there was some that were.
He bought a couple hail damage cars, shit like that.
So basically, Hobby and his
spot.
dad used to have a body shop. And I used to buy and sell rebuilders. I'd buy wrecks and hail damage cars and all kinds of different stuff. And Hob and his dad were my go-to for the guys to rebuild. And, you know, I made a decent living flipping wrecked cars and stuff like that. We always fixed them right, didn't we, Hob?
Yes.
Most of the time.
Yeah, Ryan was a good customer, like good parts, all the parts.
Yeah, we always wanted somebody to have a good car again, but, you know.
There's some people that no, man. Hey, you see this fucking fucked up fender? Fix it, man. Even though the new one costs $20.
Yeah.
And it's not as easy as just unbolting one and bolting one back on.
Sometimes there was frame pulling involved.
Sometimes Ryan would want me to cut one car apart and put another piece of another car on it.
Yeah, that happened a couple times.
And that shit happened, man.
Yeah. Some people
take
we had
two
so many
wrecked
parts,
cars and make one.
We had so many parts from doing that. People would accuse of having a chop shop.
Colton, I still to this day have a Fox body that Ryan brought to me that he took for somebody's shop, like a blind man cut the roof off of it and then welded it back on.
I don't remember that guy's name, but that guy's name was
He must have been
head
blind.
body guy at a dealership up in the city that was like, man, I got you, and had done previous work for me and did a pretty good job. And then, yeah, I don't know, he must have did that roof job blindfolded.
Hey, dude, I still
had
got
it.
it.
Convertible.
Hey, it came running. I had it for like a couple days, and I was gonna start working on it.
No,
Was it a couple days?
I don't know how long you had it.
I had it for a couple days, and I was getting ready to start working on it.
We even got it.
And they came and said, "Hey, man, can I come get that?" And then brought it back. I had to push it everywhere.
Pulled the motor and tranny out of it and stuck it in another car.
Did Ricky drive it right before you got it?
Probably. Good chance he did.
I want to say it had no windows in it. Yeah, I drove it. It had no windows in it, no front windshield.
No,
because
they took everything out to cut the
We
roof
pulled
off.
it out in front of the shop and was making hits.
Yeah, in front of the shop. We were racing somebody. I can't remember who it was. Because the thing was fast. We're like, well, it's lighter because it has no windows. It had no interior, no windows, nothing, but it still had the badass motor and training and everything in it. Yeah, it was actually pretty fast. Yeah, so one day, for the hell of it, we'll put that car back together.
Which one do you think was?
Give it away.
Oh, we could. But I don't know if some of our fans would want a Fox body.
Well, that is true.
Hey, if you guys didn't know, this is the real horse whisperer right here, right? He's probably had thousands of Mustangs.
Yeah, you would like. We'll have to do like a whole separate video at some point in time, but you kind of were a Fox body guy.
He was the Fox body guy.
There's no kind of about it.
He started out in a Fox body.
There's no kind of about it. My first car was a Fox body Mustang, and I still have it.
Never get rid of it.
And we raced that car forever, all the way until 2014 when I got the Camaro. So people think that I'm like a Chevy guy. It's not. I'm not an either one guy. I'm a whatever's fast. But I still got my Mustang, and we'll race that again someday.
What would you get rid of first? The Camaro
Small
or the
tire.
Mustang?
You small tire guys are gonna notice one of these days.
That's a tough question, because what we do with the Camaro now, we could not do with that Mustang. And let's be realistic. There's no possibility that Mustang will ever work as good as that Camaro works.
Hey, and if you really believe this, the reason why Ryan was never on the show before, his Mustang was too nice of a car to race on the street. But you should have seen the Camaro when we first put it on the street.
That's a two-part deal. that really was that's not a big tire car either.
Yeah, it was a small tire.
So you couldn't really. That thing made 3,500 horsepower on drag radials. So it was really hard
275.
On 275. So it's really, that was not a good combo for the street. Just what didn't work out good.
Well, that like a lot of people have asked about the Cobra up on the lift.
Yeah.
Not a Celine, though. It's a Celine.
It's not a Celine. It is a 93 Cobra. And somebody called it a Celine, but it's a 93 Cobra. In my opinion, one of the most sought after Fords that they ever built is that car, because of the whole Fox body craze. Well, when I was younger, I wanted a 93 Cobra. I couldn't afford a 93 Cobra. Until I could afford a 93 Cobra, and so I decided, and then one of my customers had one they wanted to sell, so I snatched it up from him, and as you can see, it's a 40,000 mile car, and I don't ever drive it. It just sits up there thinking that one day it's going to be worth a lot of money. But the crazy thing is, since I've owned it, I think they have doubled in price.
Also,
So-
if anybody's out there,
I've drove it twice.
if you can find a red one, if anybody's got a red one and wants to sell or trade for a teal one, I think Ryan would I do that.
probably would do that. 'Cause I actually want a red 93 Cobra, but I got that car because it was for sale at the time. Teal's not really my color, although that is one of the most sought after. That color and everything. I feel like I really have the most sought after 93 Cobra you can get, but
The red one's
Probably, I mean, I think it's
I'm a red
clean.
guy.
It's
Yeah.
clean too.
It is a nice car. So if anybody does want to trade for a clean red one, I'd be interested. Yeah, I know.
HB tuners.
Along with the V and the.
Driving back and forth to work.
Oh yeah, is that the old place? I guess.
Maybe. Yeah, this is. It looks like the nicer
And then
one.
here's the new
Oh
one.
wow. Yeah,
They,
so it was cool. They just found a place down the street.
They're gonna be like pro charging, just buy the whole block.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't blame them. HB Tuner does well, so.
Really?
Get the drums.
That's what I was driving. I'm gonna hit inside. I'm gonna get
Scotchy Scotch.
Yeah, so you guys are welcome to film anything on the outside.
On the outside in the lobby.
In the lobby.
Yeah.
We're gonna have you guys check in. There's like a digital check-in thing.
Okay.
And then masks as well when you're inside.
Is there masks inside?
Yeah. Okay.
there should be right there.
You know the check-in process?
I'm trying. Who's the host, or what do I put one else's name in, or what?
Yeah, you can just put mine in, Chris. But a lot of people here are very competitive. Upstairs we have a game room, and I think it's every day almost at 4 o'clock, guys will go in there and they'll all play Mario Kart.
Really?
They made 3D printed a trophy and it passes around
That's
apartments.
funny.
That's cool. Very cool.
Did you misspell his name?
Try.
You guys are like telling me. I'm like, I'm just sad.
They said it's the B crew down here. I see.
That's what I was like.
We gotta put ourselves on that one.
Yeah. They're like, this cannot happen
Looks
again.
bad.
I'm like, I know I'm doing what they're telling me to do.
Tap later there. Just trying to do our best to protect everybody.
Trust me, man. We've got more COVID tests and things like my nose and.
Cold as ice.
You have to do that too.
Sounds about right.
Probably.
I think I just.
Did it work?
No.
All right, so yeah, past this point, I mean, I gotta shut this thing off, right?
But you can go all the way till right before we open the door, and then you gotta turn it off.
Oh, important information. Restrooms.
Okay.
Bob. So you got.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming.
All right, heck of a tour.
The bar. Oh wait, you got stuff in it.
Still more like NASA.
What do we got? Well, Ryan's worked.
Yeah.
Apparently mine didn't work. Use Eddie's.
can all wear Ryan's.
There we go.
Yeah. We need 5 more of these printed. The warehouse, right?
Yeah, nothing past this.
Huh?
Nothing past this.
To the warehouse, right? No zone. Oh, you're in the no.
This over the side.
I don't know what happened here.
Oh, come on, Rick.
Sorry. My bad.
Slow.
No, they're foot racing.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Step on what?
This?
The camera?
Yeah.
No, not that I know of.
You sure?
I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I definitely knocked it on my foot. Gasoline, and then you got a methanol. The 55-gallon barrel one?
driving it up there, or like?
Oh, they want to do a picture up here.
We're getting lazier with our old age.
I know. Crazy thing is, the thing will turn off itself.
Well, no, because when you fire it up, that's how much oil pressure it gets. Okay. And it's constantly pumping oil through the motor. So you can prime that all day and it won't do anything. It won't hurt it at all. That's crazy.
Is that a kill list?
What? No, it's we keep tally marks on how many passes the motor has, how many passes the supercharger has, all that. So basically
rebuilds and everything.
Exactly. So for rebuild intervals, how many times, like, you know, basically every between 30 and 40 runs, we put rods in the motor. Okay. And so that lets us remember when it is time to do that, because honestly, you'll forget about a whole track session that we have, or a whole street session, or something goofy like that. So every time we make a pass, we put a tally mark on something. Okay. And then we do it for the Pro Charger because it just tells us, like, if, let's just say there's a failure, we want to be able to tell them it was a failure at 50 or a failure at 100. We've never had a failure, but if the time comes, I want to be able to tell them. Yeah,
like stats. 70 passes before it.
Yeah, right. So like maybe when, you know, maybe these bearings are only good for 70 runs or whatever, you know. So we just try to, you'll see the same tally marks on the tires, and so it does the same thing. It keeps, well, like the rear tires, so those we never replace because you're not doing burnouts or anything on them. But the rear tires break down and you do burnouts on them. You pull rubber off of them, so you keep track of the hits on the tires, because after about 20 to 25, they start losing traction. They don't work as good. The sidewalls get broke down. We pull them off, throw them away, put another set on. Okay. So
Can I touch to see how soft it is?
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely.
So is there a GCR you guys got to run under or anything? Or?
Not necessarily, like the street.
You got like a fire system.
Yeah, all of that stuff is honestly is for us. You know what I mean? Like just to keep us safe.
Yeah.
Just to keep it safe, because you never know. You know, you can't put too much safety stuff in these cars. Yeah. Because you know you never know when we're doing, you know, because street racing becomes so popular, we're racing up and down the roads or whatever, and there's trees and poles and everything everywhere. So if something happens, we want to be able to put fires out or whatever.
Oh, we're here until Sunday.
Okay.
So there's no roll cage specs or.
There absolutely is. It's a gray area. If this car goes to a racetrack, absolutely. There's which it fits completely.
Like filming stuff.
But if it goes to the street, there's not a sanctioning body for the street, right? Like the guy next to you could have the same combination with half the cage bars. Is kind of the bad thing. But for me, I'm gonna do this stuff. I'm gonna do as safe as I possibly can, you know.
Cutting corners is worth
it. It's not worth it now when it comes to your safety. You know, you got kids and family at home and whatever the case is.
That's been my friend for a long time.
That's why I got rid of my bike. It wasn't worth the risk.
Everyone.
My kid needs somebody to take care of them.
That's exactly right. Unfortunately, we all grow up and become responsible adults, right? And you start thinking about stuff like that.
We never thought it was going to happen either.
I know, right? I'm still progressing, but I'm saying. Yeah. Mufflers work good, huh? They're not shutting? No, Bobby didn't fix the latch. I'm gonna have to fix that before we put it back on. I mean, we're in the middle. Hey, that was the best burnout I've ever done.
What?
It was more like a launch.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah,
It was
no,
like
no.
a wall of sound and pain, and then you
Yeah.
were gone, and the tires were shredded. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would have tried to sit there and bake those off for a while, but we didn't use the right. We used water, and that road is way stickier than I thought it would be.
Oh no, too much grip. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I know. Hey, in my head, I'm thinking it's gonna be good for tonight because the road's gonna be good.
Yeah. You have fun. It looks like a good road out front.
I know. Yeah. I know.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen a more effortless burnout.
It wasn't a really good burnout. It didn't spin the tires great. It hooked and tried to take off.
I mean, that's not bad for racing.
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, I don't know. Look, I bet. Oh, look, now it's recording. So, hey, YouTube guy. I'm the guy behind the camera. What are you doing today?
I don't know.
Complaining. I saw a tiny fiddle.
some, like,
Show everybody your tiny fiddle you have. Choo, 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 choo. Yeah, the world's smallest violin.
Where's the
Yeah,
airport at?
yeah. It's. I'll take you there in a minute.
Cheers.
Okay, Eddie, you getting any more pics? Where'd he go? He's like disappeared. Disgruntled video guy right here.
Racing. Our Lemons car. Pro Charger just doesn't really like. You go over there and show him our Lemons car. For whatever reason, that market and Pro Charger don't seem to like. It's a red car.
Yeah. The guy behind it all. The one and only. One and only.
I'm a WD.
If it wasn't for him,
So a lot of
none of this.
It's probably closer to 4,100 or 4,200, but this actually makes less, but it's faster because it's more manageable to the 330.
Yeah.
So it's faster to the 330. This actually makes a little bit less, but
Very cool.
yeah. Very good to meet you.
Yeah, man.
I'm Joel.
Yes.
It is nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Joel, IT guy, nice to meet you.
There you go. Hanging for the day. Yes, sir.
We'll be back. Yeah. Oh, come by anytime we're in this area. We'll stop by for sure.
That'd be cool.
Again.
I like the tactics around here.
Me too.
Yeah.
And again, good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Every
Hey, Ryan.
Thursday we need to be here.
I just want one shot, man.
What do you want?
I just want everyone to know that we went back to school today.
Yeah, we did. I got name tags and all.
I packed my son lunch.
It's pretty good. Yeah, an Italian joint. Where's your name tag?
Too cool for school, bro.
Oh, okay.
I wrote my number on it and gave it to somebody earlier.
Yeah.
Now just